just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers. Davis joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Terrapins will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Missouri Tigers offense takes the field for the always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long...
He'll take a shot. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Terrapins offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
The quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back and a linebacker, I win. But
back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
They're trying to get to it. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll try the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run clean like that.
And the returner will be dragged down. Mizzou has it back on the offense
in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He wants to go deep. And it's caught inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Missouri! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Army has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since they parachuted the ball into Michie Stadium, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over UTSA. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Leaves it with the back. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
The Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. He gets it away from his own end zone. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
42 Spider.
The inside handoff. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the throw. Shoots it to the left. Got it! They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team?
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Terrapins will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Can they catch him? Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Trying to escape and get it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
A shot toward the end zone, and he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Got his man out of the backfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
He's going to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll go to the ground. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Slips through the line. The type of field position this offense wants. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Rifles it down the middle. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go right back to it. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Terrapins decide to punt it away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Now on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. On the run, it's Thomas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now the play fake. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him.
Touchdown, Missouri! And they take it in for 6 more points. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Old Dominion. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And down he goes back at the 3.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
He hits that hole. It opened up for him as he gets 6 and all the way out to the 9-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Getting some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Thomas. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Missouri comes to the line with another first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving. Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Barges ahead. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College. Welcome, everyone, to Pasadena, California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains. Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bruins offense will get the first possession of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Looking to pass on second down. Floats it out in space. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up.
we just went into half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the...
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports. Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faurot Field today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Bringing it out, it's Vasquez. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. So Arizona State's offense will begin backed up off that forward turn. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity, and that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
The Sun Devils will crank up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Webb. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time. There's a challenging 3rd and 8 now in this opening possession. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Fields it just outside the goal line. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. The Missouri Tigers offense trots out there to open this game. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today, there's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressure situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
Receiver makes the grab, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
Caught over the middle. It's Welch. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40. A new set of downs after that completion. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looks like Missouri will have the first down. New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it near the end zone. And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there. After the huge play, they're pounding on the door. It's 1st and goal at the 3. Dropping back, it's Caldwell. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri. Setting the tone early, Kirk. How about the execution, opening drive of a conference championship game?
Yeah, Chris, I'm with you. Usually it takes you maybe a series or two to just kind of get settled in, especially with all the hype. But not this offense. Got to give them a lot of credit. They were ready to go, and it really showed up on that opening drive.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Defense makes the stop after the completion. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That's how they bring him in the blitz, and he gets home.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker, he's kind of a sideline-to-sideline player defending the run, but here the timing and the instincts as a blitzer coming right through the middle of that offensive line, and he gets to the quarterback.
Touchdown, Tigers. The special teams with a special play. What a moment. Their fans are never going to forget that. Conference title on the line takes it all the way to the house.
Well, I just love to see Returnman get a chance to make a play and make a difference in the outcome of a game, let alone a conference championship on the line. He got some great blocks, but truly at the end of the day, it was his instincts and natural playmaking ability that took it into the end zone.
Extra point try coming now. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Vasquez. Tackle at the 7-yard line. That's good coverage, but a bad decision to bring it out. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Play action here on first down. Short pass finds the tight end. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over. On the run, it's Delgado. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with is defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He's looking to scramble. The Sun Devils will send their punt team onto the field. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And here's the return now from midfield. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. First and 10 play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri. Now the try here for the extra point. They add the extra point, and the lead now 21-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And back comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgent. And is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Touchdown, Tigers. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. And a pick six, a monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Tech on the PAT again, and it's 28-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be sacked back at the 2-yard line.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
And the back now goes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. The Sun Devils will bring their punt team onto the field. And the ball is away from inside the 10. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Now they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive in good position. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter.
I really like to see the counter mixed in there with your base concepts to keep the defense honest. Now, they didn't burst a big run, but if you keep mixing it in as the game progresses, you might catch the defense over pursuing.
And Kirk, it's Missouri with the lead here. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Scanning the field. It's Webb. He breaks free. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And the returner. This punt coverage team. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. That's a bullet over the middle. Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Missouri. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
And the extra point makes this a 35-zip game. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out. It's Vasquez. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Arizona State offense comes back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time. Looking to put together a positive drive here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
They punted 4 times already, on the verge of a 5th. They can't convert this 3rd down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the game will pick up the 1st down, tackled at the 22. And the Sun Devils come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Looking downfield, it's Webb. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Catch hauled in here over the middle. And that big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw, but I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
And they bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
3rd down and 3, trying to make it 3 consecutive 3rd down conversions. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. They tack on 3 points, but still a large deficit.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Look at him run through those tacklers. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flashed at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and suddenly we're looking at a 1st and goal situation. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Where the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, results in quick and positive results.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Arizona State offense comes back on the field. This has been a rough 1st half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
To throw, it's Webb. He'll throw it now. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Defense surrounds him. And the Sun Devils hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for his big tight end. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. The Sun Devils will have to kick it away. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? He's going for a big play downfield. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete. Offense getting set. It's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Lets it go quickly. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into... What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12, have become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.